Hello. So I'm gonna try. The sun is like really in my eyes. The glare is from a window I can't reach. The glare is horrible at the moment. But I'm going to try to get started on day 60 of blueprints. Um, I at the conclusion of day 59, I drafted 9 classrooms and I took the final exam, but they didn't give me a grade. And I was like curious about that. So I Googled, I don't think that's much of a spoiler to Google, hey, when do I get my grade? And it said, oh, you'll get your grade in an envelope the next day. So today I'm expecting to get my grade on the exam. We'll see how I did on my first attempt at the exam. I imagine if I have to retake it, then I'll have to redraft all 9 classrooms in a single day again. So I'm hoping I'm not too far off. Anyway, we'll find out. And then I'm not sure what my next goal is going to be. I'm just going to kind of play it by ear. I'm mainly just trying to distract myself at the moment from some personal stuff. Basically, I don't need to be super mysterious about it. My dog passed away earlier today. It was her time, but it was very sad, and I'm really bummed over it. I'm grief stricken over it. So I'm distracting myself at the moment. I'm like, the sun's glaring in my eyes. I don't normally play this time of day. But I just I want to focus on something else at the moment. I'm sure you can understand. All right, enough about that. So let's go on. Ooh, we got exam results. We got an A on our first attempt. Color 100%, math 100%, science 83%. Okay. Geography 100%, art 100%, history 100%, algebra 86%, erosion 83%. Okay. So it sounds like I missed 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute. So I'm going to think that, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I remember there being 46 questions. 46 divided by 8 is not quite 6, because 6 times 8 is 48, right? Yeah. So not quite 6 questions per on average, like between 5 and 6 questions per. I'm guessing the difference between 83% and 86% is the difference of a question. So if one question is 3%, then, well, regardless, I don't need to break it down. I got an A. That's good. So I got this trophy. I got the diploma trophy. Very cool. All right. And then we get our allowance. So I got some questions wrong, but that's okay. We got an A regardless. So we got it on our first try. So it was really difficult. The first try taking the exam, not the first try attempting to get all the classrooms in a day. We've tried that multiple times, but day 59 was the first time I managed to get even a 7th classroom, much less an 8th. And then, as it turns out, I needed a 9th classroom in order to get the final exam, in order to take it. But I'm glad I won't have to go through all of that again, because we have the diploma trophy. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trophies, and we need 8 trophies in order to buy blue tents. So this one we'll get eventually. We need to keep on doing this one, like 16 more times, which is at least 16 more days. If we only need 2 more, I can try for the Trophy of Wealth again. I just need a lot of money in a day. I need a lot of money and the showroom in a single day. That can happen. This is a matter of time. This is a matter of also, we need like 7 more blueprints, but it looked like there was only maybe 1 or 2 more that can be added via the drafting studio. Because last time we were in the drafting studio, instead of giving us a choice of 3 to add, they gave us a choice of 2. So maybe now it's just there was 1 left to add, maybe. And then that would mean that the rest would have to be found somewhere. So this is not necessarily something that we can just brute force accomplish. We might have to, unlock other puzzles or solve other puzzles, unlock other areas to find hidden plans in order to complete this one. So this one's probably out of our reach at the moment. This one is drafting 20 dead end rooms in a single day. I did 15. This one, again, is probably out of our reach at the moment because I don't know how to get the other 2 sinking keys. I don't know where they are. These require starting new games, and I'm not really wanting to do that. So I think I'm focused on Trophy of Wealth, and then either the Trophy of Drafting or the Bullseye Trophy at the moment. But Trophy of Wealth seems the one that is the most doable as a intentional goal. We'll see. But anyway, but I am glad that I got the ace in the exam, the trophy of diploma, whatever it's called. I had a moon pendant at the end of day 59. Also, I drafted Asana, so because I drafted Asana day 59, I'm starting with 90 steps instead of 70. My allowance, gives me 59 coins. But I had a moon pendant, and it's chosen to let me start with a key card, which is very cool. I like starting with a key card. And card keys, which might be useful. All right. So let us go pick our outbuilding for the day. And we're going to make a wish along the way. That might help us with the Trophy of Wealth at some point by draining that fountain and retrieving those coins. They're doing more yard work outside. They did all the mowing the other day, so I don't know what yard work they're doing now outside, but regardless. I don't have any blessing at the moment. I think I'm going to do the tool shed, start with 2 special items, because another thing I'd like to do, okay, it's going to be a shovel, which is not good. Oh, a shovel and a sledgehammer. So those are good. Those are both good things to start with. And then I don't think there's anything else in here. There's generally only the 2 items. They don't generally put a random extra item in here. Okay. So I can bust open trunks. I can dig up dig spots. There wasn't a dig spot in there. No, I would have seen it. There wasn't. Okay. So if I get the foundation, I can dig up those dig spots. But I can also do, try for green rooms today and stuff. All right, let's do this. And then go over here. Solarium, you're more likely to draw unusual and rare rooms while drafting. Sure, let's do that. And it will have a dig spot, and we'll go ahead and dig that up. All right. And coin. And then let's do, I don't really need a classroom anymore, so we're going to, it has an apple, but I'm not going to spend a gem on an apple. I like having the workshop. So let's do a workshop. It's giving us a broken handle. Okay. So there's a couple possibilities. So we could get, if we get a battery pack, we could make a power hammer, sledgehammer, broken lever, and battery pack. If we get a magnifying glass and a metal detector, we could, you know, make a burning glass. So I don't need to make anything at the moment, but it's just, there are items that I want to make if to use on certain rooms, so it's good to have the Now here's the closed exhibit. The doors in this room are security locked, and that's fine because we haven't been in the closed exhibit yet, first of all. So let's do that. But secondly, I have a key card right now, so this is the time to do it. So let's go ahead and do it. And it has like, oh, hey, this is like, what, practice room for the theft of the, let's see. Dearest children, pieces are in place and all rigid cogs have been greased. For if our ambitious plans are to succeed, we must strike this Tuesday. The routine changing of guard personnel on the first of each month means the opportunity we have created for ourselves will likely never be so opportune. If we wait even one additional week, the window will be closed. On Tuesday, there will be 3 royal guards stationed at Learson Hall, 2 of which will be wearing black gloves in lieu of the traditional white. We would be wise to sacrifice almost everything to avoid the white-gloved guard striking only when he takes a recess. The 2 black-gloved guards have been instructed to bind, blind, and gag themselves to spare us the precious extra minutes it would take your group to execute that task on their behalf. However, that also means that once we reach the exhibit, we will truly be on our own. May the black shores guide us. May the black skies shield us. May our fathers be proud of us. In arms, your faithful soldier, Pharaoh. Okay. So this is the guy, like, I guess, who planned the theft of the royal crown. We've read all about that theft, and Mary was like involved in it and all that kind of stuff. It seems like maybe a practice room for that and a plan about it, but so this is the closed exhibit. Okay. We got a puzzle box. And a little paper crown in place of the real crown. But I don't know if we can get up there. These ropes are like in our way. I don't know if there's a reason to get up there, but this puzzle box here might give us a what's it want? What color is it want? Oh, it wants to be black. Oh, okay. So Oh, doesn't want to be black? Well, what color does it want to be? Does it want to be red? It wants to be red? Okay. Well, we'll go back to just making it all black and then just turn it all to red. You get an allowance token. Cool. Alrighty. I'm not sure what to do with this. So from here, commissary would go up. We could buy stuff. Chapel, we could go here and here. I don't necessarily need to go here. So I'm just going to do the commissary and see what I can buy. I can buy gems, key, set of gems. Banana. I'll buy a set of gems right now. I might hold off on the rest of that, because I don't really know what I need my money for. I have... Okay, I can do garage. This will leave me just these two doorways here. But if I do garage, I do have car keys, so we'll get some extra benefit out of the garage, and it gives us keys. It just means I need to make use of the other doorways. Lockpick kit and a secret garden key. Alrighty. We have a shovel today, so secret garden's not bad. I don't think there's anything more to do here. We can't open this until we do like a utility. Oh, I can dig up this. Useless. Okay. We need a utility closet, turn on power, but also there's a... If we got boiler, something happens if we send power in here via boiler, right? Maybe. Is there? Yeah, there's power ductwork through here. I'm not sure what it does, honestly. But, might be something to try at some point. Trying to get boiler. Sending power there. We've done it before, but also get a utility closet, you know, at the same time, see if the combo does something. So we're going to backtrack over to here. I'm going to do this because it will connect us up to the foundation. So we've dug up quite a bit of garbage. All right. Yeah, we'll go over here. Uh, Conference room gives us doorways here and here. That works. I just have to remember we have a conference room, so when things get spread throughout the house, they'll just come here. Let's try going over first. Okay, this bends up, gives us money. This treasure map is good if we were trying to do the showroom. I don't know that we're going to try to do the showroom today. I'll hold off on the code check. I think we're going to be at 50 stars, which I think this is just going to, I think that means that what this will give us, yeah, we're at 50 stars. So what this is going to give us is the ability to spend stars to draw new floor plans. Okay. That's what it does for us today. And then I don't want to freeze my assets at the moment, maybe later. This gives keys, including a special key. I can spend gems to redraw floor plans, but I can spend stars to redraw floor plans, so I don't need study. I will do the music room, but now I might need to go back and buy more gems from the commissary. Got that key. We've got a prism key. Okay, we got a regular key and a prism key. Okay, and then unfortunately I can't afford to do the foyer, which would have been nice, but I don't have 2 gems. So I'm going to be dead ending here, which is less than ideal. I'll go ahead and take the, or I could just redraw. I will take the quest bedroom because I have this doorway. All right, so this is giving me a compass. All right, let's see what this room is. Reading nook gives me a key and dead ends. This, it counts as 2 bedrooms, dead ends. I don't have a sleeping mask, so I'll take the key. Nothing really else here. Okay. Going back over here. I don't want to go up. I don't have gems, so I'm gonna come down here and try to get a parlor to get gems, but I might need to also go back to the commissary. I'll buy some more gems at the commissary. Okay. I bought the commissary out of gems. But I'll still come over here and do this area, and then I can come back here to do this. Compass plus shovel. There's the dowsing rod. I don't necessarily want that. Okay. Okay. So I really don't understand the music sheet puzzle. But it is what it is. I mean, I have the message. I just don't understand what the message means. I don't need a classroom, so we'll just take 2 items. Running shoes. Not a fan of running shoes, personally. I'll take the gem. Okay, so then this doorway. We'll definitely do hallway. And we'll grab that key. Come over here. And do... This would give us a gem. This costs 2 gems. It would put coins in the conference room, and it would also let us like log in either to security or laboratory. So yeah, let's go ahead and do the office. Has a gem also. Lest we forget. It says spread gold, but it's really just gonna go to the conference room. And then we're gonna we're gonna start the lab experiment. I have a shovel, so spreading dirt in driveway is a thing. Gain 1 key for every 2 hallways in your house. Gaining stars, we can spend stars on rerolls, and we can gain stars maybe. We'll probably do this, and then yeah, let's go ahead and gain extra stars. And it also gives us security is good because we want to increase the security level because I have a key card. So we're going to view estate inventory. There's 27 coins and a 1 paper crown, and I don't know how to get the paper crown. Okay. And then I might need to figure out how to get the paper crown. And then those coins should be in the conference room. All right. So if it starts giving us more security doors, we have a key card and right. So yeah. So then we would need less keys today. Let's go ahead and do this room, which we know will be a dead end room. So while drafting, you may spend gems to redraw floor plans up to 8 times. I don't think I'll do that because I'll spend stars. I could get a gem out of the study. I don't think there's anything else I need in the study. But yeah. This is more or less a dead end, regardless. So, let's go ahead and do it here. I don't need the lab. Wine cellar gives me 3 gems. So yeah, we'll just do the wine cellar. Oh, and it has a trunk, which is nice. I'll open that trunk. Some coins, a key, another gem. All right, so then we're going to over here. Yeah, so basically my only doorway right now is right here. But yeah, I'm gonna come back this way. And on my way, I will see what I can do about getting that paper crown in case that's a puzzle thing to do. Hmm. I'm supposed to get that paper crown. I don't know how to go about doing it. Don't think this gives me a clue. It says Tuesday. Do I need to draft this room on a Tuesday? I don't know what today is. Game wise, I don't know what the game day is. Nothing here tells me. Okay. I can't see glove hands, and therefore I can't see glove colors. Oh well, whatever. If there's a way to get that paper crown, I don't know what it is. Okay, but now I'm ready to proceed on here. Okay, so I don't want to end my day, so let's redraw using a star, not a gem. Let's redraw again. Don't know why it wants to give us all these red rooms. Parlor's good. I'll take parlor. Oh. One of the other two boxes is false. That is either true or false. The blue box is true. So if this is true, then this is true, then this is false. You will open this box and find it empty, so that is either true or false. If this is false, then this is false. But that can't be the case, because if this is false, then this has to be true. But if this is true, so blue and black have to be true, which means white has to be false. Boom. Pool is good. I've got a sledgehammer. I can open the trunks. And it lets me have sauna and pump room if I need it. Sometimes there's an extra key there. There wasn't this time. So we'll grab these gems. Now I might be like, did I spend too much money on gems at the commissary? Because even more gems here. More gems than I need, kind of thing. But it's fine. So let's go down first. This is a dead end, but let's do the showroom. We might be able to buy a moon pendant. Nope. We have emerald bracelet, master key, chronograph, ornate compass. I can't afford any of that at the moment. Exhibit security system. Reveal tripwire. Oh, interesting. Oh, because this is backed up to the wall here. So we lower the barrier. Reveal tripwire. Wow. Ah, we weren't fast enough. Okay. I mean, I have running shoes, but it's not making me faster. But now I know what I have to do to get the paper crown. I just might not be able to do it today. Huh. We got it, right? We've got the paper crown. I don't know what to do with it, but we got it. Nice. We got, okay, if there is not a red room among the first 3 floor plans you draw while drafting, you may redraw floor plans. Okay. But hey, I got the I managed to get the paper crown. And then boom. Lasers came back on. But I was swift enough this time. I've used some steps though. All right, let's proceed back to the pool and proceed on. I'm gonna pick up this money. which might let us actually afford something in the showroom. Alrighty, so then from the conference room, I go back to the foundation, and from the foundation, I go to the parlor. And pool, and then from the pool, go here. And say, hey. Let's buy the ornate compass. It doesn't have moon pendant as an option, so. All right, and then let's see what we're gonna do. So I can rotate these, but rotating these isn't gonna help. So we're gonna redraw. Let's do the pantry. We can try secret garden key. And that spreads fruit, which just throughout the house, which just means there's fruit in the conference room for to get some steps back. Because everything spread gets collected at the conference room. Let's go ahead and throw this. There's usually dig spots here. I don't know why there isn't dig spots today. I have a shovel, one dig spot I dug up, but there's supposed to be an area this size. There's supposed to be 2 or 3 dig spots, but it knows I have a shovel, so it's cheating. Okay, so I'm going to go over here. I could do the prism key and get another green room. Maybe the cloister. Yeah, I'll do the prism key. Cloister. If I do the, yeah, I like the cloister. The courtyard might have had a trunk, but that's spinning the gem. I've got lots of gems, but regardless. Aquarium has 10 coins, but they're in the goldfish tank, and I don't know how to access them. Maybe by draining the aquarium, which I don't want to do, so that's less useful. Let's take these 2 doorways rather than the 1 doorway. I mean, I could rotate. If I rotate the courtyard around that way, would it be worthwhile? This is free, so let's take, I'm going to do the courtyard, and there's a reason why. Basically because I have 15 gems. And I wanted the special item the courtyard would give me, which in this case turns out to be a metal detector. Could have been a trunk, but it's usually something. Not always, but usually. And got a couple dig spots. I could combine the metal detector and the shovel at the workshop, but I really like a magnifying glass to make a burning glass. We'll see how that goes. Let's go this way. Yep. Not sure what the throne room does for me. Like it costs 5 gems, but I'm not sure what I'm going to get out of it. Maybe another allowance token. Maybe, but I also just might be done there. This gives me a free redraw because none of these are red. Reclaim the crown. I want to rotate it so that it's not rotating the way I want. It's rotating this one, but not these. That's stupid. I'll do this because I don't know what else the throne room could be useful for. I don't know why it costs 5 gems right now. I don't think there's a good reason. But I'll test that. Yeah, I don't even think there's a puzzle box anymore. I don't think there's an allowance token anymore. There's not a sanctum key anymore. Oh, right. It gives a way to get to room 46, which I don't really need to do. I think I wasted 5 gems, to be honest. I didn't need the throne room today at all. We'll do the cloister to give ourselves some more doorways. We don't have Florealis today, though, so getting Grimsons is not getting us, gem flowers. I have a metal detector. It hasn't gone off, though. So let's try going over here first. Vault would be 40 coin. I might get a coat check today, but I'm not guaranteed to do so. Huh. I don't think this is a day where I really need a vault. I'm going to redraw here. I'm going to take an aquarium for the doorways. Okay. We're going to go down. This will give us stuff. This gives us stuff. This gives us stuff. Let's take this stuff. Okay, but now that's a dead end. I should have maybe redrawn to get something that would go over here, but I didn't. So, drawing room is good because I can go here and here. I don't need to go here because I can get there from the cloister. So let's do that drawing room, and it will give me the gem back anyway because I've opened the save. So spend a gem, get a gem. But this lets me redraw for free off these doorways. So let's go over here because I want to come down here. Where am I? This is 8, right? So I could do a room 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so let's do key 8. And it goes down, which is good. I want to put these things where they belong. So this goes in envy. And then this goes there. 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 And that gives us another allowance token. So we can get an allowance token every time we do room 8. Yeah, I can do an East Wing Hall. That's fine. I could redraw, but what would I be looking for? I don't know. So, metal detector's not really finding extra coins or anything. We want to do the billiard room because we want to be working towards that trophy. You know? Yeah, the metal detector really hasn't gone off since we picked it up. Okay. Well, let's do this. 8. 4 squared is 16. 4 4 squared is 16. Minus 15 is 1. Plus 4 is 5. Squared is 25. Minus 15 is 10. 1 squared is 1. Plus 3 is 4. Squared is 16. Minus 14 is 2. Negative 9 divided by 3 is negative 3 times 1 is negative, no, okay, so negative 9 divided by 3 is negative 3. Squared is 9 times 1 is 9 divided by 3 is 3. I did something wrong. Okay, 8, 16, 16 minus 15. 1 plus 4 is 5. Square is 25. 10. 1 squared is 1 plus 4 squared is 16. And 14 is 2. And they're saying I got this one wrong. Okay. Negative 9 divided by 3 is negative 3. Squared is 9. Times 1 is 9. Divided by 3 is 3. So what did I do wrong there? Huh. Negative 9 divided by 3 is negative 3. Squared is 9. Times 1 is 9. Divided by 3 is 3. No, okay, it's saying I'm doing something wrong. Okay. I just don't understand what it thinks I'm doing wrong here. Okay. Is this not minus 9? Like subtract 9, that would be negative 9. Then divide by 3 is negative 3. And then squaring would be 9. And then multiplying by 1 is still 9. Then divided by 3 is 3. So what else, what other interpretation could there be? -9. Isn't purple divide? I really thought purple was divide. Let me go over my notes and make sure purple was divide. I really thought it was. Yeah, purple is divide. Okay. -9. Divide by 3 is -3. Squared is 9. Times 1 is 9. Divided by 3 is 3. Oh, and then square it again. Divide by 3 is 3, and then square it again, so 9. Yeah, I forgot to square the second time. Okay, so we got a silver key, but more importantly, we are one closer to the billiard room trophy. Okay, so now we'll go over to here and do this. I don't need a silver key here, so what I need here is just I don't want a classroom. I can redraw. I could do a sauna, but I want to get over to this room here. Yeah, that gives me more gems. It's fine. And I'm triggering my experiment, which is giving me more stars. I don't need to use a silver key here. So if I call it a day in the planetarium, I can gain 2 stars. Let's redraw. Let's see what we can get. I'm gonna look at something for a moment. Okay. I still need to find a white knight, so I'm still missing a white knight room. A room with a white knight. Let's redraw. Let's redraw again. Attic could be good, so let's do attic. Oh, battery pack. Battery pack is good. Oh, magnifying glass. That's awesome. We got a bunch of keys as well. Am I missing a key or a coin somewhere? Oh, a key. Okay, so that gave me a bunch of things I was hoping for. Give me a battery pack and a magnifying glass. Now I already have a metal detector. So here's the deal. I can go back to the workshop and I can make a couple things that I want. I have a broken lever, I have a sledgehammer, and I have a battery pack. So I can make a power hammer. And I can try to break down a wall in the secret garden. And where else did I think I could break down walls? Greenhouse, which I don't have at the moment. And some third location. There was a third place where I think I saw indentation in the wall. It made me think, oh, I could break the... Oh, weight room. But I don't want to do the weight room because I don't want to half my steps. But I am curious about Secret Garden, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to break down the wall in the Secret Garden, at least try. I'm going to test that theory. But also, if I can make the burning glass and then get the freezer, and I can redraw a bunch. So if I redraw into a freezer, that would be cool. Well, pardon the pun, but then I might be able to get that letter. So first things first, as I'm going to go, I'm going to backtrack and make some items in the workshop, because then, and then go over here and do my secret garden bit. And then I can go up from here and here, you know, and here and test out things, right? So first things first, to get to the, we're going to go here, 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 here. Okay. And we'll stop at the conference room to eat along the way. Did I ever do a dining room? I have not drafted a dining room. So when we come back, we'll probably draft a dining room. But I have enough steps to get over here and do stuff, so that's fine. So we're going to go down. And then from here, we're going to go to the throne room. And I really don't think there's anything else to do in the throne room. From here, I have a quest bedroom, so if I get up to here, I can get another allowance token. But my allowance is at 63 at the moment, so that's pretty good. But I'll want a lot of money if I'm going to do a showroom run at some point for that trophy. So getting my allowance up is not a bad thing at all. Let's see. Don't think there's anything from the showroom that I need. Or I don't think I can afford anything in showroom anyway, but I Okay. Let's do this. Okay, so sledgehammer, battery pack, make the power hammer. Absolutely, let's do that. Then I'm not going to make the burning glass until I get the freezer, because I don't want the burning glass unless I get the freezer, but I want the magnifying glass and the metal detector in the meantime, if that makes sense. Is there anything else to like build here? The compass. I think the compass did something. Oh, compass shovel? What's that do? Oh, that's the dowsing rod. I don't want the dowsing rod. It may have been compass. It wasn't compass metal detector, right? No, it may have been compass battery pack that did a thing. But regardless, like this and this, I might combine later, but not this second. So I have 60 steps. I have plenty of steps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up and do this. And then if I get a freezer, I'll come back and make the burning glass. And with rerolls, I should be able to hopefully like kind of force it. So like force getting a, should I go outside and then come back here? Or do I just literally go? No, I'll just go this way. It's fewer steps to go that way. I just have to go the correct direction. And then all right, and then go over here and then go to the parlor. And then we want to go to the pantry. And see, my theory is because I broke down a wall in the basement with the power hammer, I think this indentation means I can break this down. There we go. I was right. Using a power hammer. What's this do? Well, I don't know what that does. So everything was pointing west. I can make everything point east or some other direction. Oh, wait a minute. So I could open up the door on this side versus the door on that side. Well, that's okay. So we'll do that. And then what happens if I make them all point north or some other direction? Like, okay, let's do all south and see what that does. Okay, so that is the sigil for Arenda Ares, but I don't know if that helps us at all. So now let's try all north. This is that like moon thingy. But I don't know if that does anything for us. So let's go back to making it all west for the moment. Are there any other areas of the wall to break down? I mean, you're probably thinking, hey, this was good enough. And I'm like, nah, I want more. I want more benefit. I don't want just two different access levers. I want more benefit than that, but I'm just being greedy. Okay, so now let's try this doorway and see if we can get this would be a good place to put like, oh, we opened this via the throne room, didn't we? So this is no, we opened this one via the throne room. This one is opened via somewhere else. So let's Okay. I'm going to come over here and do this door. I don't need the utility closet. Let's redraw. I don't need the walk-in closet because I got the items that I want. Locker room might give a bunch of stuff, and it's going to put keys in the conference room, but I don't necessarily need that. I want something that has a doorway here, and here is what I want. Sure, we'll do the gift shop. I have nothing to buy there, but it gives me the doorways that I want. Yeah, I don't qualify for blue tents yet. Let's take a look at this corner. Oh, I forgot about silver key. Might want that like here. I don't know. So let's do regular key. I'm going to, well, oh, wait a minute. Boudoir is fine right here. I will want a freezer, but yeah, we like a dining room. Furnace. I don't have a furnace, but I'm going to go ahead and have dinner. So I've got plenty of steps. We'll go over here. I don't have a moon pendant. So without a moon pendant, there's no reason not to pick up the basement key. Well, unless I accidentally end up with a moon pendant later, but then I can open this because there's no reason not to. Come in here, grab this. Again, if there's a safe in here, I don't know how to reveal it. I've tried clicking on all of these things. Oh, well. I need a couple more postcards on this. Although I'm close enough to probably try it. Let me look at the postcards that I've got. Okay. So one. Geographically, is that close enough where the pins should be? Okay, and then okay, so Royal Museum. Okay, and then so 7 was nuance. So Corica was after Vera. Huh. So, was this 2? And then this 3, and then four, and then or was it this way? There we go. Cool. We have solved that. I'll back it up and read it. Certified copy, property deed, Lord Arthur Clementine to Lady Ararave of Trinsdale. A new Finn Clark Stationers, Reddington, Fennaries. Satisfied of record 05131912. Know all men by these presents that Lord Arthur Clementine, rightful owner of the land that rests in the northern range of the Reddington Mountains, doth grant and convey to the bearer of this document, Lady Ararave of Trinsdale, the land, forests, and waters of the sheer cliffs that rest in the northern shadow of the Hollyleaf Mountain, with all the rights, privileges, and appurtenances thereunto belonging. Boundaries. The property of Mount Holly consists of dense woods flanked by cliff walls, irrigated by mountain streams, and punctuated by several runoff waterfalls. This area is sheltered between the summit's northern slope and saddle, spanning across 80-odd acres of land. The property is situated southwest of Reddington, bounded on the south by steep crags and abutting the east by the high road to Tanner Fork. Covenants. I, Lord Arthur Clementine, covenant, promise and agree with Lady Arabelle, her heirs and assigns, that I am lawfully seized and possessed of the said premises, that the same are free and clear of all encumbrances, that I have good right to sell and convey the same to said Lady Arave, her heirs and assigns, and I will warrant and defend the same against all lawful claims and demands whatsoever. In hand and seal I make my mark in the grand year of Fen Aries 1912. Lord Arthur Clementon. Okay. So there's that. Oh, okay. And then there's this. Last will and testament of me, Herbert S. Sinclair. I, Herbert S. Sinclair, of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I declare that I am not and have never been married and have no children. First, I direct that all my debts and outstanding expenses be paid as soon after my decease as possible. Secondly, I direct all the servants and staff in my employ at the time of my death shall be granted indefinite leave to be paid out of the reserves of my estate set aside for such occasion until such time as a new master of Mount Holly bids their return. In the event that the aforesaid reserves for this purpose are depleted before a new master of the estate is found, I direct my executor to make provisions for their future employment and to do so in a manner that is just and equitable to all parties involved. Thirdly, to my faithful valet, Hartley Ruata, I hereby gift to him the lake house in Trensdale as a small measure of gratitude for his many years of unwavering loyalty and devoted service. I direct that my executor take such steps as are necessary to transfer ownership of the said lake house to Hartley Ruata and should use all reasonable efforts to persuade him to accept the same. Furthermore, to my late cousin Tillion's 2 children, Courtney Farine and Rygard Farine, who have sometimes been impulsive and hasty in their actions, I grant to each a cuckoo clock set eternally on the sacred hour, for only time will tell when they are ready to slow down enough to appreciate the gifts bestowed upon them with the patience and wisdom that comes with the maturity. In the case that Lionel Epson should return from his travels abroad, or in the event that any of his heirs should present themselves, I bequeath to him or them, as the case may be, the diary and its related key, which formerly belonged to his sister Claire Epson, which I have kept in her room and beside her grave, respectively and respectfully. Oh, so the diary key is beside her grave. Oh, good to know. Whoops, I didn't mean to click off of it. I meant to click to the next page. In addition, it is my fervent desire that the gallery, along with all the artwork contained within, be bestowed upon the Reddington Museum of Art, including the sculptures, exhibits, and the entire collection of drawings by Christopher Manson, comprised of 4 pieces titled... Yep, we know those titles. This generous donation shall be made 1 year hence following the date of my earthly departure, when it will be removed from Mount Holly's draft pool. Moreover, to the Grand Cathedral of Viraja, I bequeath 8 stone statues sculpted in the likeness of the 8 Aegean angels, Arenda, Lydia, Rena, Joya, Dajau, Via, Mila, and Draxus. So now we have the names of all the angels. Maybe in order, but I don't think so, because I think Arenda is the number 7. But I can at least start assigning the other names that I didn't know. These sculpted figures have been in the Sinclair tomb for multiple generations. Even though there has been much debate over their natural numeric order, they have nevertheless remained steadfast in their safeguarding of our family's secrets. I trust they will continue to provide the Cathedral of Viraja that same level of stewardship. Again, I did not mean to click off of it. I'm trying to go to the next page. I give in... I'm going to screenshot this. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, that is us, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew. Oh, she's not Mary Jones, she's Mary Matthew? Okay, anyway. All the rest, residue and remainder of my estate and of my right, title, and interest into the house and land which I own near Mount Holly as a token of the cordial and affectionate friendship which for nearly a half century his grandmother, Claire Epson, has shown me. Okay. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room stay at Mount Holly. This room, among other things of value, holds the physical deed to the entire estate as well as many other personal effects and policies of insurance. Location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse, and the above clauses on this page, provisions pertaining to that clause, shall be considered null and void, and the rest of my estate shall be disposed of and gifted to the Orindian Heritage Foundation under condition that the house be immediately winnowed and sealed with explicit instructions and allowances that the site shall not be reopened until black flags are once again flying over Oris, or 110 years have passed since my death, whichever day shall come first. We know where our family's allegiances lie. As one final gift to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, regardless of whether he finds room 46 or not, I leave and bequeath him the original manuscripts of his mother's works that were produced here under the roof of her childhood home. These preliminary draft copies include red prints, which she wrote while visiting the estate during the brightest of her days, and a new clue which she penned here during the darkest. Hope that in due time and in the natural order of things, you will come to be content as I have with what little of herself she left us. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993, Herbert S. Sinclair. We're going to screenshot this page. Very cool. Nice, complete will, deed, all of that. So those were the things that were in that little cubby. We solved that puzzle. We still have not yet revealed a safe here. I forget what final order I did, but I'm wondering, I'll try to remember and then click these in that same order, but regardless, I won't do that right now because I'm getting a little tired and hungry. I can play with that on a future day. So now we're going to come over here. Can we eat this remaining pizza? We cannot. Let's redraw rooms now. Because now I want a freezer. I really want a freezer. There we go. That freezes what we have, which is fine. But now I'm going to go make a burning glass and try to thaw the things out in the cooler. So now I'm going to go back to the workshop. I have plenty of steps. I'm not going to worry about these 2 rooms until I accomplish that task, because I don't know what that letter is going to tell me. Yeah, so I need to come this way. Got it. Alrighty. We broke through a wall. We, in the secret garden, so that was a success. We got the freezer, and we have the components to make a burning glass. So, nope, we want to go to the parlor. Just because we have plenty of steps does not mean that we should waste said steps. We have anything here? I couldn't remember if we spread something more here, but I don't think we did. Okay. So back to here. Okay, so let's make a burning glass and try to see if we can thaw out the things in the freezer. Magnifying glass, metal detector, burning glass, assemble. Pick it up. Sometimes I forget to pick up the things, and that's bad. Waste of steps. Okay, so now we're going to go back. To here. Over to here. To here. Over to here. And if we accomplish this, depending upon what the key and the letter do, we have 2 more rooms where we can maybe, and reroll capabilities to take advantage of whatever that, you know, key or knowledge or, you know, letter knowledge or whatever it is, right? But I've been trying to accomplish some of these things for a while, so this is actually a good day blueprints wise. Not a good day in some other respects, but a good day for blueprints. Okay, so we're gonna go over here and okay, so that's a prism key. Okay. We've gotten prism keys other way, so that's... Okay, but now let's take a look at this letter. Okay. I don't have a magnifying glass to look at the stamp, but we will take screenshots. And okay, so then let's see. I'm gonna say freezer letter. Simon, I had wished for you to read this letter upon first arriving at Mount Holly, but I couldn't risk the contents of these pages falling into unsympathetic hands. My personal freezer should prove quite the safe box, as all of the staff have for many years respected my wishes that remain shut and untampered. My favorite snacks were also stored here. But in addition to these delicious treats, it has also, this 20 years, stored many a cryptic message and ciphered note. This nondescript cooler is in fact a dubious frozen post box of chilled secrets. Cool. You heard of the Children of Blackwater? I have no idea how forthcoming your father has been about the details surrounding your mother's final chapter. Or the role he thinks I played in that end. I have always denied involvement to him, to the detectives, to the Crown, and now to you as well. But can I honestly say I had nothing to do with her disappearance? And yes, I speak of disappearance, not death. For I too cling to the hope that our fears are unfounded and have occasionally from time to time caught fragments of information that bolster this belief. Okay. Fragments of information that have cost me plenty, for our country is never short of opportunists and blackmailers. Still, as I am now dead, I don't want this knowledge to be buried with me, even if that means passing the burden of these fragments on to you. Even if that information may weigh even heavier on your head than the Crown involved. Unfortunately, this information is a little too precious to entrust entirely to this freezer, as I'm not too confident that the sanctity of my snacks will extend beyond my life. I've always found it best to use multiple baskets when it comes to incriminating eggs. Lesson that I recently learned again when a member of my staff betrayed my confidence. I have placed 8 red envelopes in 8 even more secure locations throughout the estate and left a hidden message for you among the art that hangs in almost every room in this house. This message is the key to unlocking these secrets, but you must be open in your interpretation, as the message itself harbors multiple double meanings and hidden entendres. Okay, so that's telling us something that we kind of already knew. I'm waiting for the good stuff. I'm waiting for, stuff I've yet to learn, right? One final word of guidance. Oh, come on, don't be the end. One final word of guidance. Safe combinations you are seeking will not be found in writing on the estate. So I hope you haven't been wasting too much time jotting down random invoice numbers and dates. Of course I have. Only by deciphering the many meanings of the 44-character message can you hope to unlock its many mysteries. Teach the Rome letters, Herbert S. Sinclair. Okay. And well, this was the for the 44 character message. Sure. But we got that already. And then, all right, so that was it. That was that. I worked really hard to make that happen, and I'm glad that I did. But it is a little anticlimactic because it didn't tell me stuff I didn't know. Darn. Okay. But at least now I know the burning glass, you know, did do that, so I don't have to. That's kind of off my list now. Okay, so now I'm going to come over here and see if I can get like maybe a greenhouse, because that was another one that I think I wanted to bust down a wall from, or maybe even the weight room because I'm at the end of my day. So if I have my steps, I won't care if it's like here and here, right? Get what I'm saying? So we might spend some rerolls on that stuff. Alrighty, so let's go down the secret garden up to the courtyard. Okay. Okay, then from here, I know I'm spending stars like crazy. I'm spending so many stars. Okay. Lose half my steps. That's fine. Let's see if we can break down a wall. Cool. So now weight room is another access lever way. And here's a note that's the destruction of structural elements of the house like walls is not permanent and will reset every few days. That is a lie. Because it's a red memo. So it's a lie. So it will stay. Okay. We only have 27 steps because we did the weight room. But now I'm going to try to also do, I'm going to probably spend a lot of stars on okay. I'm going to probably, I want the greenhouse. Man, I'm burning through my stars like crazy. I want the... Oh, can I even do the greenhouse? Because I can't spend gems. So I probably can't even do the greenhouse. I could do the furnace, but all that would do is thaw my stuff out, and then I end my day and I would lose it all. If I keep it frozen, I keep it. But I can't do this. Does the greenhouse... Okay, I should have just stuck with the sauna. Okay, so we'll do the planetarium because that will give us 2 stars back. Okay. So I'm going to end my day here, but it was a successful day. I did accomplish things. I should have probably done the sauna instead of the planetarium, and I forgot that the greenhouse would probably cost me a gem, which I couldn't spend because I was frozen. But we're going to call it a day. This was day 60. We accomplished a number of things. We got the key and the letter out of the freezer cooler, so that can stop bugging me. It didn't tell us stuff we didn't already know, but it will stop bugging me now. It's accomplished. We broke down the walls in the secret garden, revealing a way to change the top weather pane direction so that now secret garden can be used to open up either the east or west facing antechamber doors, which is good. So we no longer have to rely on the Great Hall for the east wing chamber door. We broke down the wall in the weight room, which reveals a lever to open up the south facing door to the antechamber, so that's good. We increased our allowance a couple times, a few times. We did an allowance quest. We got an allowance token in room 8. We got an allowance token in a puzzle box in the closed exhibit where we got the paper crown. Got the paper crown for what it's worth. We figured out how to get the paper crown out of the closed exhibit. So all in all, we did a lot of stuff. We got a bunch of items. It was a good day. It was a good blueprints day. And our allowance is at 65. Our stars is down to 35, but we're going to end here and then it'll become like 37. And then we'll have to build it back up again, but that's fine. That's fine. All right, calling it a day. Yep, we're gonna call it. Alrighty, this was Blueprints Day 60. I will see you for Blueprints Day 61. Have a good one. See you next time. Bye. Oh, I should read this off before I go. I'm sorry. Mount Holly, Garden Castle, 5 green rooms, throne room. Total rooms 44, rank reached 10. Step 6, and that was the other thing we did. We solved the map puzzle in room 46 and read out the deed and the will. That was another thing we accomplished today. We solved that puzzle. That was cool. Steps taken 145. Items found 32. That's a lot of items. New rooms 1, which was the closed exhibit. Alrighty, yeah, look at that. That's a grand big picture of a garden castle. Nice. We got our grades at the beginning of the day. We got our grade. We had aced our exam from day 59, so we got another trophy there. So yeah, we actually accomplished quite a bit today. All right, see you for day 61. Have a good one. Bye.